Back in 1732, the British Empire was huge, stretching all the way from New England's forests down to the Carolina swamps. That year, King George II signed off on a charter for a new, final colony on the southern edge of North America. This place wasn't founded on dreams of gold or religious freedom. Its name was Georgia, and it was born from fear. Just beyond its border was Spanish Florida, a military outpost for Madrid's own massive empire. In between these two rival powers lay a dangerous land of marshes, intense heat, and constant peril. Georgia was meant to be a living shield, Britain's human frontier against Spain. The man in charge of this massive project was James Oglethorpe. He was a soldier and a politician who dreamed of a colony where debtors and the poor could find a fresh start and a sense of dignity. But reality was much harsher than the promotional pamphlets suggested. When the first settlers arrived on the banks of the Savannah River in 1733, they were hit with a world they weren't prepared for. The humidity was suffocating, clinging to their skin. Mosquitoes swarmed in thick, dark clouds. The coastal winds made the pine trees creak and groan. Before the first year was even over, dozens of settlers had died from fever, dysentery, and pure exhaustion. And underneath it all, there was always a simmering tension. They knew Spanish soldiers were watching them from the south. They knew that a fragile peace could shatter at any moment, that war was just waiting for the right spark. In the summer of 1742, Spanish ships appeared on the horizon like dark shadows. They were carrying hundreds of soldiers, all determined to crush the young colony. They landed on St. Simon's Island, feeling confident that the English settlements were too weak and too new to put up a fight. Oglethorpe scrambled to gather every soldier, ranger, and settler he could find. They navigated through the dense coastal thickets to a spot that would go down in history as Bloody Marsh Narrow. A messy swamp with tall grass made it tough to see and move around. It was right here, in the choking July heat, that Georgia's entire future would be decided. The Spanish troops advanced in tight, disciplined formations. Hidden among the mangroves and twisted oaks, the British and colonial militia waited. As soon as the first enemy soldiers stepped into range, the marsh erupted with the sound of musket fire. Thick smoke rolled across the water, and the sounds of shouting echoed through the trees. Men slipped and fell in mud slick with blood. Even though they were heavily outnumbered, the defenders held their ground. Their volleys tore through the Spanish formations again and again, until the invaders, totally confused and demoralized, broke their lines and retreated back to their ships. The next morning, the marsh was silent. Georgia had survived. The victory at Bloody Marsh wasn't just about repelling an invasion. It secured Britain's southern border and made sure Georgia, a colony born from struggle, stayed part of the English-speaking world.